The Bee, the Fly, and the Wasp. No, they're not a new set of spandex-wearing superheroes, but according to Prince Harry they wield incredible power and each considered themselves to be the one true monarch. In his highly anticipated autobiography Spare, the Duke of Sussex has blasted the trio, who are believed to be the private secretaries of the senior royals at the time. Harry says they sorted the advisors into zoological categories, with the Bee being code name for the late Queen's private secretary, Sir Edward Young, according to the Times. The Wasp is believed to be King Charles' private secretary, Clive Alderton, while the Fly is reportedly Prince William's, Simon Case. In the book, Harry explains that he spent his life dealing with courtiers, but now it is mostly just three middle-aged white men who had consolidated power through a series of bold Machiavellian maneuvers. Describing them as usurpers, Harry adds, "Deep down, I feared that each man felt himself to be the one true monarch, that each was taking advantage of a queen in her 90s, enjoying his influential position while merely appearing to serve." So who exactly are these characters? The Bee worked for the Queen, and gets the least amount of criticism from Harry, although he does claim that all three men considered him irrelevant at best and stupid at worst. After the birth of Archie, Harry had a long tea with the Queen and he says she was appalled by the abuse that his new family were receiving. He claims she vowed to send the Bee to speak to them, and he sat down to hear a detailed presentation from the couple at Frogmore Cottage. Harry writes, "The Bee was oval-faced and fuzzy and tended to glide around with great equanimity and poise, as if he was a boon to all living things. He was so poised that people didn't fear him. Big mistake. Sometimes their last mistake." The Bee reportedly took meticulous notes and claimed the deluge of hate and lies was unprecedented in British history. Harry says the Bee promised to discuss the matter with the appropriate people and deliver solutions, but they never heard from him again. Next up is the Fly, who is believed to have been King Charles' private secretary. The Fly had spent much of his career adjacent to and, indeed drawn to, the offal of government and media and wormy entrails. He loved it, grew fat on it, rubbed his hands in glee over it, though he pretended otherwise, writes Harry. Harry says the Fly wanted to give the impression he was very casual and above the squabbles. Although it isn't all negative, as he does describe his father's advisor as coolly efficient and ever helpful. Harry is most scathing about the Wasp, who is said to have worked for his brother, Prince William. A tall man who is described as being charming and arrogant, Harry claims the Wasp was good at pretending to be polite. The prince recalls how you could tell him that the sun rises in the mornings and he would have you question what a morning was. Harry claims it was easy to misjudge the Wasp because of his appearance, but if you pushed back he would be put on his list. A short time later, without warning, he'd give you such a stab with his outsized stinger that you'd cry in confusion. "Where the F did that come from?" writes the Duke of Sussex. Harry says he and Meghan spoke to the Wasp about their struggles and he agreed the situation needed sorting. They believed that finally someone understood their issues, but just like the Bee, they never heard from him again. Buckingham and Kensington Palaces have refused to comment on the contents of the book, which hit the shelves on Tuesday. Spare has been released at all bookstores and can be bought online here. What are your thoughts on Harry's new book? Have your say in the comments section below.